Asareca is an intergovernmental organization which now has got 15 countries, no longer 14. And we work with the national agricultural research systems in all our countries. We are guided by very clear vision and very clear mission. The vision, we want to see a transformed regional agricultural sector that looks at how we improve the livelihoods, how we sustain economic growth, and how inclusive development we are churning out. And we have a clear mandate, move forward and make sure that productivity of all priority crops in the 15 member countries are increased. The commercialization of these commodities is ensured. Competitiveness is also lifted up. So this is what we are mandated to do. We have a clear mandate that we are working with. You can see, Honorable Minister, that we have two major documents. One is the Asareca Strategy and Resource Framework for 10 years. That runs from 2019 to 2028. And then we have the Medium-Term Operational Plan 1 that runs from 2019 and ends by December this year. So this shows that we are already to start thinking about a new Medium-Term Operational Plan 2024 to 2028, so as to align with the strategy. The work has already begun, and we expect that by August, we should have the document. We will share it with you, and you will give us your feedback. We focus on the food systems. We are aware of the Dakar II declaration by the heads of states, by the ministers. We are aware of the country delivery compacts, and all of those are revolving around the food systems services. So we make sure that we support our countries in the delivery of your compacts, which are being supported also by the African Development Bank. We are a great player in those deliveries within the food systems, the food sovereignty, and we make sure that climate change is not left behind. We have very clear strategic function so as to avoid confusion. We, as a regional body, we convene priority regional events, not national. National belongs to the countries, but we bring in the regional aspect. So we convene regional bodies together. And we also facilitate regional intervention and generation of both national and regional public goods. We coordinate priority projects and programs, and you will hear as we go along what are we planning to do. We are a communicator of regional impacts. The impact in Eritrea needs to be shared with Madagascar, all the way to Republic of Congo, so that we are aware that our countries are communicating with one another. We are a partnership broker where when we know something is coming up, we need to bring other countries on board so that we operate on the same platform. So we broker that kind of a partnership, the North-South, the South-South collaboration. That is our agenda. Last but not least, we are supposed to play the role of being a catalyst. Catalyst in the sense that we may not have enough money because we are a membership organization, but the little that the countries can generate, we need to bring part of it back to the country to show the impact at the country level. The donors will see that the member states are concerned about their organization, and they can also do some counterpart funding. They can give us some money as they have done before. Asareca, over the years since 1994, through support from the development partners, have managed to mobilize almost $258 million. And this has been distributed back to the countries. The map may not be good enough, but we will make this available. We have brought this back to the countries in form of mega projects. And I will show you a few of the projects that we supported. So we appeal that when you continue supporting us, We will come back to the countries with more projects and generate more impacts. When we come to the countries, what do? We support the development, dissemination, and uptake of regional technologies, which cover crops and livestock, integrated soil fertility, water management, agronomic as well as storage packages, a lot. We come and we work with you there. And we do a lot of also capacity strengthening, policy formulation, policy analysis, advocacy. We look at how do we mitigate climate by coordinating several adaptation mechanisms. We work with you, with your chief scientists and your various specialists. We have also supported both intra-country trade as well as the inter-country trade by making sure that the goods and services are exchanged as appropriate, and we also communicate as is necessary. Honorable Minister, we have been working very closely with the regional economic communities, COMESA, East African Community, but we want to move to IGAD. We have not been very strong, and we want to move to the economic community of Central African States, ECAS, and also even SADC, because some of our member countries are in SADC. But in the past years, we have worked with the regional economic community in achieving this. Rationalization and harmonization of policies, laws, and regulations. We have supported very strategic policies, like the Eastern African Seed Committee. We know it. It is still there, functioning in various forms. Asareca was at the center stage in this, and we want to play more and more of such functions on some flagship interventions at your country level. What we have done, not as an individual country, but collectively. For example, the transfer and dissemination of quality protein maize. We supported this project in 4 countries which were working together harmoniously, from Democratic Republic of Congo, Kenya, Tanzania, and Uganda. We had leaders from each of these countries, led by one of their own whom they appointed as the principal investigator, and the rest of the countries had co-principal investigators, and they worked a great deal. And they made sure that they supported this project. And you can see the number of people who benefited because of this collective action. We would want to continue with this kind of an arrangement. The next one is the climate smart crop livestock innovations. Also now in 5 countries, working together, not as an individual country, but you bring your strengths and we work together for greater achievement. And here we worked with Burundi, Kenya, Rwanda, Tanzania, and Uganda, and we promoted the various types of technologies, and you can easily see even the number of people who are accessing water harvesting technologies. Water is a scarce resource, but we brought in technologies that enable them to properly and judiciously use the scarce resource. And this has led to a good increase in even the productivity, not only of the crop yield from 22 tons to 44 tons, double, because of this jointedness kind of a work. A further increase for our livestock that suffered even drought, even increasing by 2% in the whole region at that time. Now it has gone to about 7% from the data that we have captured. Milk has increased by 78%. The vegetables, which are the indigenous vegetables, which are highly nutritious, we have supported this in all these countries. And you can see how there is a lot of work going on at the countries